Hey YouTubers, it's Numistaka back with you today for Mega results number 3. And it's the middle of the week, it's the evening before Valentine's. So let's show a little love for some very spectacular graded coins that have come back from NGC. Not grading again. Well, as it happens, yes, we are grading again. In fact, we're always grading, and what's coming out the box this time? We're starting with the 2016 Centennial Gold series. This one is the smallest of those 3 coins. Lots of these were minted. I think it was 100,000 of them were minted, but it's still incredibly popular. Still a very nice coin, and I think probably not a bad one to buy and store away for the future. I think I've got 3 of these around, and I bought one of the 1/4 ounce standing Liberty ones, but I haven't yet pulled the switch on the largest of the 3 coins, the 1/2 ounce walking Liberty. So back to sovereigns for a change. Always quite a few PF70 sovereigns on my channel. Lots and lots of people who grade with me are continually grading sovereigns. In some respects, that's absolutely great. In other respects, the populations of 70 sovereigns keep going up. And I think that sovereign grading is only just starting to be popular. Over the last couple of years, quite a few sovereigns have been graded, whereas before that, most people left them in their boxes. I believe that the populations are going to continue to rise, and quite a lot of those will be 70s going forward. But I also think that as well as the populations rising, the number of people collecting is also going to go up quite considerably, and I don't expect the premiums on 70 grade sovereigns to necessarily go down as a result of the populations rising. Oh look, it's one of my favourites. This one is the Strike on the Day 2017. 1,817 of these were minted. A much rarer coin than the regular sovereign. There were 13,000 of those minted. So I think that that Strike on the Day is my favourite one of all of the 2017 varieties. This one is, it's also very nice. It's, what can be bad? These have kept their premium. The premiums are still holding up reasonably well. Some people say they're going down by a few pounds based on eBay sales, but I think they're pretty good. A lot of people who have these coins are still sending them in for grading, and I expect the populations of 2017 sovereigns to rise quite a lot. 67 is unfortunately not a very good grade for this 2 sovereign gold piece. Still a very smart coin. Probably 1990 and 67. Unfortunately, it probably gives it only a little bit around the spot value, bullion value, maybe a little bit more. On the other hand, this one is an 87 that got a 70. Can you tell the difference between the two? In all honesty, you're hard pushed to tell the difference, and a lot of people are quite wise buying 67s, 68s, and it may be that if a coin was conserved, it could potentially go from 68 to 70 or 67 to 69. I have known quite a few proof gold coins change by 2 grades. Sometimes if you do get a low grade, when you send a whole load of gold coins in, proofs, it's actually almost cheaper to do it in 2 runs. When you're buying modern coins, you need a trusted source and keen pricing. So I've teamed up with the Coin Connection to give you 2% off any purchase with a special code until the end of February 2019. At checkout, just use FEB19. Say, for example, you have a dozen sovereigns, proof sovereigns, that are in reasonable condition that you want to get good grades from. A reasonable strategy would be to send them all for grading at NGC first. Probably a third of them to a half of them will come out as 70s. The rest will come out as 69s with the occasional 68. Then, providing there's no damage, physical damage, send the 68s and the 69s back to NGC for conservation. Be interesting to work out the figures on that. It may be that with only a third as 70s, it might be cheaper to actually go and do it as one job and conserve everything. But say 2/3 got 70s and you only had a third left that you wanted to get a higher grade for. I think it might be cheaper to actually take that third and conserve it separately as a separate second submission. So I don't know, it could be a good strategy for somebody. There's quite a few people that do have a lot of these coins. I mean, this one, 69, no reason why that coin couldn't be a 70. I don't think any of these coins were necessarily conserved, although I do need to check up on the tiers just to see if that's the case. But I think a lot of the sovereigns that are sent in aren't necessarily conserved, or Britannia's, so sometimes the same people sending in both. This one is the Pied Fort 2018. In 2018, they reduced the mintages by about 1,000 coins, but they've still got a few of these left, I think. I think be interesting to see what happens in the future. I know they were planning to do a Pied Fort every year, but I think it's a big ask selling the Pied Fort for a large amount of money every year when the actual design is not so special. Very nice panda. Don't see very many pandas around. I like this one. Unfortunately, it didn't get a perfect 70, but the design's really nice. It's one of the nicest ones. 2018 panda got a 69. Kind of makes a change to see a panda or two after all those sovereigns. So I quite like those. I've got quite a few pandas. No plans on buying huge amounts more, but no plans on selling my pandas either. Okay, so now we come on to something very special. This one is a 2 sovereign, but a PF70. Very few of these 1989 coins get a PF70. And this is one. This one is interesting. This one is owned by me. I bought this from an auction and it was misdescribed in the catalogue. They didn't say that it was from Jersey, and all they said is British gold pound or something like that. A gold pound is normally 16 grams of gold. This one is 8 grams of gold. And I had a massive argument with them afterwards because they refused to take the coin back, and they'd really misrepresented it. Not at all happy with that. But it got a 69 after conservation, so it's a nice one for the collection anyway. Here's a Gillick design sovereign. I think that seeing more and more of these, people used to ignore these. I think they're now hunting out the very best bullion Gillick sovereigns and sending those for grading. And I sold one the other day. I think it was a 1968 in 63 on eBay, and they are getting a good premium over the purchase price in mint state plus the grading fee. So I think that there may be some money to be made in good quality Gillick sovereigns. So the last few coins in this box, there were 7 of these proof eagles. I don't see these come in for grading very much, as you would expect, because I'm in the UK and they're American coins, but there is something absolutely stunning about a proof eagle. The design is classic and lovely, and when it's executed in proof, it's just really special. I'm not surprised that quite a few people collect each year of proof eagle. There's a lot of them minted. It's not necessarily a coin that is worth grading. It's probably better to buy these coins from one of the American dealers, bulk graded, and get it a little bit cheaper. but this particular person had a few of these already. They weren't graded, and unlike this one, some of them got 70. But I think that, as I say, this is not one that I would necessarily choose to buy and grade, but if you have them already, then it makes sense to grade them, although still, relative to the coin's value, the grading cost can be pretty high. That's all from me at the moment. Please hang around and click on some of the videos on this screen. Please like, subscribe, and let me know what you think, and hopefully you're enjoying the mega grading.